Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
22 yards there, a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Hey, let's get some penalties.
Play fake. Mariota. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Kill.
Play action now. Mariota sliding, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Demarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. 10 Tucson, recon, 132 fighter.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Richjack McKinney on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Go, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come go. He don't want it. Check.
They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking to throw. Franks. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Richjack McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Yeah. 10 Lobos. Mike 58 right there. 9 here. Check 9. 80 weapon.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Franks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Pettis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That's two really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, Franks. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Off play action. Franks. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe.
H3-2-18. Chopper.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So on third and goal, Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you're down there really close, but just second quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take him off the field and bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 45 on second down, Mariota, and he finds Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. On second down, Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mariota to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Franks. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dante Pettis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This pass finds its way to Williams, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there, 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Here we go.
Throwing again. Franks. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Noah Spence in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete. It's Gordon. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Mariota leaves it for Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On first down, Franks. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check. Recon, 132 fight. Ready, go.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Franks looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do. And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking to throw. Franks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Good work, man. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big play that time for the Raiders. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Richard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On third down, Penny. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, Pryor. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Push him forward, man. Push him back. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Back to throw. Franks. He's got his man. It's Williams. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And it's a first down and more for Gordon. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, Franks. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On the read option, it's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not down in the 4th. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. He's got Gordon. Loses the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. They'll run on first down. Pryor. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Franks to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 28-yard
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Be a long day for you.
53. 53. I said it. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. No gain on this team. Hey, watch it.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down.
Tight down. There you go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it second and 14. Throwing, Mariota. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Space to run past the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Franks. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Exit. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Oakland, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.